Dirty switchblade on my body, private all in my pocket. Hit switch, keep rocking, got a 6-4 with hydraulics. Boom, now you know, 24 karat, cover my tune.
So today I will be going on a little afternoon walk and just kind of seeing the difference between what money can give you and what money cannot give you, and looking at the difference between sidewalks at new and improved houses and older houses that's been around since like the 1990s and whatnot, or even like 2005. The community that I am especially is a older community with a lot of BIPOC individuals that live within. So disrespectful. I love this community. This is where I've been living for about good 15 years, give or take. And it's really unfortunate with, you know, with the impact of gentrification, a lot of homeowners are being excluded. A lot of the homeowners are being excluded and being pushed out for more wealthier tenants, and not really putting in consideration that they have been here for 50, 60, 70 years. So with that, I'm gonna finish getting ready. I'm gonna put on a little lip and then let's go, because it's getting nighttime and I want to get back before it gets dark. Alright, so I have my lip on. If anyone was wondering what lip I have on right now, I have the LA Colors lip liner. This is the number. It's CP5180A 18A in Auburn. So the Auburn lip liner from LA Colors. And then the Fenty Glow, and the Sephora Rogue fondant. Hopefully it's not cold outside. It's getting dark. I need to hurry up. Okay. My jacket is in the front of the house, so get that bread out.
Street and the wider community around it. It's the Christmas moment, each household on the other court.
And let's go! Ooh, okay, it's not too bad.
The tree is up.
I'm like recording the public. Okay, which way are we gonna go? I think maybe, oh, let's go this way. There's people coming behind me. Okay, so I have to get used to recording myself in public. It's risky, but it's not too risky where I'm like really cold. So I think that my jeans that I got at Ross will work efficiently. It's actually a really good time to walk. in LA, because, well, if it wasn't winter, this would be especially a good time, because normally it's hotter in the day and it's cooler during the evening time. So it's 5 p.m. right now. Let's just get a really good look at the beautiful sunset. So beautiful. Look at all the trees. So it's like really cold. My hands are cold and my ankles are cold because they're exposed. My intuition was telling me to put on some more socks that were longer, but I didn't listen, of course. So lesson learned. But I just wanted to take a moment while I'm walking and talk about this building that's right in front of me, because you know, this building right here, I just took a moment to do a quick snapshot of it. So this building is the definition of extreme gentrification in my community. So much so that they've removed the community name of West Adams, and replaced with another white community name that would be more attractive towards the audience that they're seeking, which is majority European descent. I'm not going to say Caucasian, because Caucasian isn't even European, but of course with the ignorance of America, so comes the ignorance of several ethnicities, but that's for a different topic. So when this first building came out, my mother, who was working with Cumulus, was very disheartened to find out that the committee that prompted to get this building built actually got it built through a back door, which basically means that it was unethically built. And it's really unfortunate. You know, this is quote unquote luxury apartment buildings. You know, they have the penthouses, and then they have these buildings right here, which are more for cheaper prices. So the starting cost is $4,000 to live there, but a lot of people that don't realize that are coming to live in these buildings, that right across the street is, well, most notably, okay, so I'm about to cross, and you see a lot of people, they're not considerate of me walking, and they'll just do a quick turn. But anyways, so the people that are moving into these buildings don't realize that right across the street is the hood, or what's considered the hood, before all these gentrifiers came and spent all the money to get it built. So I think it's really important that education is taught, especially for anyone that lives in the Cumulus buildings, because most notably anyone that lives in the Cumulus building are stuck up. They have a lot of money, and they think because they have a lot of money that they can run tracks over the authentic OGs of this neighborhood. So, you know, which is really unfortunate. I'm not gonna really like speak on that because I don't want to get mad. But I think that, you know, like I was saying earlier, this is a community that I love, and I just really hope that, you know, if you're gonna move into a luxury building, that you might as well educate yourself on the community that you're moving into, and not be so ignorant towards the poverty line that is right across the street from you. I don't know if poverty line is the right word, but it's close enough. So how this corridor that I'm on one of the main corridors where a lot of traffic is. I'm not gonna say the name just for safety reasons, but just like all areas of Los Angeles, there's the drivers that don't know how to drive and will hit you without second thoughts. There are the drivers that are impatient and that have a stick up their ass. So with the drivers, there's bicyclists that ride these streets and that ride, just as I was saying, that a bicyclist passed me, and that ride on the sidewalk. Now there's a law, penal code, that states that bicyclists are not allowed to ride on the sidewalk, specifically in Los Angeles, because I live in Los Angeles, so I don't know about other cities and states in America, but for Los Angeles, for West Adams and Culver City specifically, a lot of bicyclists, myself included, do not feel safe riding in the streets because of how inconsistent these inconsiderate these drivers are. You know, a lot of these drivers really don't care and they will hit you. I was riding and I almost got hit a couple times. I got a back of a truck hit me and drove off. I had to get stitches on my chin, but also that was the company's fault because there were a lot of malfunctions in the electric bike that I was renting. You know, wheels, if anyone knows what that is. But so the street that I'm walking on the other side of the street is like tore up, and then on this side of the street it's not tore up. So let's just like look at the sidewalks real quick. So this is the sidewalks. You know, you see like a couple trash, but it's nothing too bad. So we're about to hit 7-Eleven, and I just want to show how not only use the word inconsistency of what money could get you. I'm officially in Culver City, so West Adams and Culver City, you know, there's a borderline. Now West Adams currently is going through a lot of gentrification, so more money is being displayed. But you see there's cracks now, and even though this is considered Culver City, this is not the heart of Culver City, and so a lot of money isn't being distributed in this part because this is closer to the West Adams corridor than it is to the Culver City corridor. So because it is on the borderline, you see it's not that clean as you would see like other communities, but again, it's not that bad. So here's 7-Eleven. So this 7-Eleven is on La Cienega in Washington, and on this street is where a lot of fast driving happens, a lot of racing. So people do get hit on these intersections, but okay, so it's actually got cleaned up, but I'll just show. So this area is right by a bus stop, which the bus stop is across the street. But this right here, which I'm happy is clean, this will be filled with trash, overflowing with trash. Homelessness will be in this area. As you can see, it is clean, which I'm happy about. But it shows the intent and consistency with the community and what money needs to be put into, and where the money is being put in and where it matters. Oh, that makes sense because that kind of repeated a couple words, but you know, I think it's really important that someone that has lived in this community, that the pros and cons is talked about in this new age of gentrification. The intersection on La Cienega and Washington is relatively bad. There's a lot of cracks, potholes. You know, if you go down to Vermont, in like South LA, you'll definitely see a lot more potholes, a lot more homeless people. So of course for me, you know, when it's red and I'm not supposed to be walking, I'm like, I'm considerate about that. I'm gonna hurry up and walk faster, you know, pick up my pace. But if it's like I got time to walk, it's pretty dark, okay. If it's like I got time to walk, then you're gonna have to be patient with me because it's my time to walk, bruh, ma'am. So it's not your time to go turn. That's hella rude. That's how people get hit. That's how people die. You know, especially the people that be turning right or turning left at like some 50 miles, 60 miles per hour when it's really supposed to be like 25, 30 miles per hour. So right here, you have this building. So you have this building right here. I don't know what it was. It was like backwoods before, but then it changed. And then you got all these cracks. So you see all these cracks. It's like tore up. This little sidewalk right here is tore up. Now, right across the street, there was a whole bunch of tents and homeless people that were living over here. Now, I don't know what this building is. I don't know what this company is. Shows how where there's one really nice building, then across the street there's homeless people. It just shows how really disgusting America is. And you know, I'm not gonna give no hate to Eric Garcetti. I'm not, or Gavin Newsom. I'm not gonna give hate to them because, you know, they are the leaders of Los Angeles. Well, not anymore. Eric Garcetti is adios. Okay, hello Karen Bass. So I'm really happy Karen Bass was able to become mayor. But since Karen Bass won and California is protected with the abortion rights, you know, that makes everything a little better, a little bit more safer, especially for women that, you know, want to be safe, especially sex-wise. But as I was saying with the buildings and, you know, where the money is going, I just think that, you know, it's a little sick how you can have sidewalks that are all nice. You have this nice building, you know, valet, whatnot, and then right across the street, no more than 5 feet away from that building, you have homelessness, you have tents, you have garbage, you know, you have shopping carts that are rusted and whatnot. It's really disheartening. It's really sad, and it's very obvious that Los Angeles is one of the biggest cities, as well as one of the #1 city that has the worst homelessness in California. I'll just, you know, stick to California because I don't know other states like that, since I have only been in LA the majority of my life and I haven't really traveled like that. So, you know, of course that when I travel, I'll be able to experience other states, you know, see the difference between homelessness in Los Angeles and homelessness in, I don't know, let's just say like Missouri. So this beauty salon store has been here for generations, and I, you know, adore this beauty salon supply store. I've been going there for a very, very long time. And, you know, with the new age, again, like I was saying, new wave is a better word, I think, of gentrification. It's going to be very sad if that beauty salon store, supply store, is closed down. If the owners go into bankruptcy. because, you know, it's been a part of the community for so long. You know, you have this tall ass building. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's for. You see the concrete is nice and paved. Now, I just walked over there, but you see, I don't know if you can really see, but the concrete's not as nice. But of course, it's not as bad. It could be worse. So this building is very new. I don't know if there are tenants. There's not, you know, this is the retail for lease. So it's kind of dark, so sorry if you can't really see me, but it shows, again, you know, you have a nice building, and then right across the street you have a small business that's struggling to stay hold and to keep their business growing and to make ends meet when rent is now going up from $500,000 to $1 million. And it makes no sense, quite frankly, especially when it's so small. But since the people that have the power are the people with the money, they really don't give two craps about if you're struggling or if you're not struggling. They just care about their money, and that's it at the end of the day. You see, tore the fuck up. So, see, and then there's a bus stop right there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is walk a couple more blocks, and then I'm gonna show you some of the restaurants that are new. So see, there's not that many lights over here. Again, this is like right, you know, where a lot of people live. And these corners were known as like the hood corners, you know, where drug deals were going on. So it definitely got a lot better, which I'm really happy about that. But you know, it is what it is. As far as, you know, you replace the drug deals with gentrification. What's better? You know, neither one of them are good. So I think it's good, you know, when you go at nighttime, you really see what's going on at nighttime. So this is the apartment right where these sidewalks are, but you see like the sidewalks are shitty. Trash. This is the small business right here. Decorations. I think it's a Latino owned business. This is the Latino owned restaurant. This is the boutique. It's really nice. It's Persona. See, again, messed up sidewalks. So here we have the bike lanes, which my mother, Yolanda Davis Overstreet, helped create, and she was the main hand in these bike lanes. Now, what these are called are bollards, and what they do is essentially protect the bicyclists who are, you know, riding these bike lanes. Now, the problem with drivers and, you know, just people in general is that they're very inconsiderate. Now, if you have a car and, you know, that's your mode of transportation, and you don't think about anyone else, pedestrians or bicyclists, you're gonna do what you have to do. And since you have a car, you know, car is like a version of a gun. And, you know, when you hear people say it, they don't talk about it. They don't make anything. They don't talk about it like that, basically. So I'm coming up to this restaurant and I'm getting really pissed because this company, this restaurant here is very expensive. It's very, very expensive. I'm gonna shit. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cross the street so that we can really get a good look. So I'm trying to cross, thank you. And you see, they don't have a stoplight, but people don't give a fuck about me when I'm crossing. So they'll hit me if I don't make myself known. And even if I do make myself, they might end up hitting me still. Okay, so this is called Farmhouse Kitchen. Again, now they're not so much in the bike lane like how they were before, but it's still very upsetting to see this after my mother tried so hard to get people to have safety on bicycling. in West Adams. I like recording people like that, but I'm gonna just record them real quick. Now this valet is in the perimeter of the bike lane, which is very unsafe for anyone that's traveling. Right down the street, a bicyclist was killed. A homeless man, he was in his 50s, he was Latino. He was hit, it was a hit and run. A driver saw him, of course, but didn't stop. What's new? So I'm gonna go ahead and cross the street again, and let's see if these cars stop. Again, I have to wait because some cars really don't give a fuck. You see, the car's kind of slowing down when I'm crossing. Kind of slowing down when I'm crossing. So it's not like stoplights, but you know, it doesn't need a big old stoplight because it's just a very small crosswalk. It's not on a major street intersection. Now, I've never ate at this kitchen. Quite frankly, I don't plan on eating at this kitchen anytime soon, just for the lack of inconsiderateness. And let's see, are they in the bike lane? I think they are in the bike lane. So I'm gonna come over here because, you know, it's really important that we talk about the inconsiderateness of business owners that have money and the business owners that don't have money, and the difference on where the rules lay and what you can get away with. So this is the bike lane. As you can see, this area is green for a reason. Now this valet is directly in the bike lane, and for me this is really heartbreaking, because say there was a bicyclist coming at this moment where I'm standing. See where the cars are, you see the speed that they're going. The bicyclist would essentially have to go out of the bike lane and go around. Now the cars are literally being parked right next to the bike lane. This is not only a call for someone getting hit, someone being killed, but it is a display of greed. It's a display to show that whoever owned this farmhouse kitchen really don't give a fuck. They really don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna go in here real quick and see if I can speak to the manager so that they can understand where their valet is. Hi, I was wondering if I could speak to your manager.
Look at the menu?
Yeah, no, manager.
Oh, manager?
Yeah. Hi, are you the manager? Yes. So I am a part of the community organization that put these bike lanes in place, and I just want to, you know, as someone that is a part of advocating for safety and bicyclists in this community, so that you understand that the valet is directly in the bike lane, and if a bicyclist were to have to pass that valet, they would have to veer out of the bike lane and potentially get hit in the process. Because again, you know, the bike lane is very, very narrow, and so there's not that much room for them to. Yeah, I think that is better that the, you know, valet. This is like the 5th time that it's been out here. Yeah, I just think, you know, in the future, it's better to be considerate of the bicyclist, because this is a bike lane, you know, for a reason. Thank you. And what's your name?
My name is Mia.
Mia? Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Nia. Thank you. I hope that I see this in the future and not in the bike lane.
For safety for him too.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Alrighty, so that was a temporary success. Now, I'm not going to say that that's going to happen in the future, because I know sure and well that when I come back next time, that valet is going to be in the bike lane. And again, it's very unfortunate Because unless you're a bicyclist, unless you understand the real dangers of what it means to be a bicyclist, you don't put in that consideration. You don't open your narrative towards those individuals that just want to be safe while bicycling, especially on this corridor where it is so dangerous. And oh, see, you have be safe. There's a bicyclist just passed me as I was saying that. But like I was saying, unless you are part of that community, you won't understand. So unless you use cars as your daily mode of transportation, you won't put in that thought because you're in your own little small bubble, and that's it at the end of the day. So it's really unfortunate, but you know, as someone that was born and raised from two activists and leaders of the community, it is you know, it's my job to, you know, advocate for people that can't advocate for themselves because they're too scared to speak up. They're too scared to say what they want when it comes to their safety, when it comes to their medical attention, when it comes to their financial needs. They don't care. The people that have money, unfortunately. But you know, that's how it is. That's how society is as a whole. So, and I love this community. You know, I love the people that are inside this community, mainly because as BIPOC, which is Black, Indigenous, people of color, you don't have anyone but your community. Because anyone that is in that 5%, they're not going to be the shoulder to lean on. They're not going to be the hand to be reached out. They're not going to, because at the end of the day, money is what makes the world go round. And even though that sucks, even though that is how reality is, that doesn't mean, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna give up. I'ma just shake my hands and frown and cry and be depressed about it. No. You have to keep on fighting until you have no more fight in you, until you are in the grave. Because especially when you are Black, when you are a minority, when you are a person of color, you don't got no choice. And suicide, honestly, it's not the answer. Unless, you know, unless you want to say sign a DNR, you know. No, I'm not going to talk about that because that's something different. So these two houses that are in the community are worth millions of dollars. Now, I don't know who specifically owns these houses, but this house more specifically is a Airbnb. Hope you guys really enjoyed my video. It was very eventful. Definitely one of my passions, as you can see. I got more passionate as the video continued on. So I think what I'm gonna do parts to the video since it is 32 minutes. I don't want to do it too long in one video. So I'm gonna do 2 parts. The first part will be where I'm going to the farmhouse kitchen, and the second part will be my walk throughout the community. And make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, and tell me what else you want to see. Adios. Or just ciao, you know, just bye.